What's up, crew? Happy 4th of July to you all. And I am the last person to answer the question posted last week, which was if you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, what would it be? And I had actually put quite a bit of thought into this because that was the question I was going to ask today, and I finally just got around to watching all of your videos just now. I would probably have to go with Man in the Moon 1 by Kid Cudi. It was his first album that he ever released. I think it was in 2009 that it came out, and that is just a roughly 1 hour long album that I could probably listen to on repeat constantly and never get sick of it. The track list on it is just so chill. It's so calm. It works as background music. It works as studying music. It works as get pumped up music. One of my favorite tracks on there is probably called Up, Up, and Away, and it's just about waking up and starting the day and really getting going and making sure that you have a good one. And that's actually been my that's actually been my alarm clock off and on for the past couple years, because it's just that good of a song to wake up to that even when it's my phone alarm, I still haven't gotten sick of it. And the other thing that I like about this album is that it kind of tells a story, and the track listings, there's 15 of them. They're actually broken up into different acts, is what Kid Cudi originally called it. It starts off with Act 1, which is several very calm songs. One's called In My Dreams, one is called Soundtrack to My Life. Soundtrack to My Life is another one of my favorite songs of all time. I could listen to it forever. And it starts off really mellow. Then in Act 2, he goes on to, it's called Rise of the Night Terrors. So this whole album is supposed to be as if he was sleeping. He starts off going to bed, has a nightmare, and then Act 3 is taking a trip, and there's songs like Day and Night. It's supposed to be of good dreams, more fun, less scary. And then in the final act, second to last act, he goes, it's more dreaming, it's more upbeat songs. There's a song called Pursuit of Happiness that I know many people have heard of, another one of my all-time favorites. And then in Act 5, which is actually the final act, is the song Up, Up, and Away that I mentioned earlier. Just really upbeat song, happy, and since it's the last song, that symbolizes him waking up from the nightmare and then these dreams to just continue on with his life. And I just think that it's a pretty cool little story that he tells, and actually each song does, as it's fading out, it does build into the next one, so even though it's a 15-track album, you could probably consider it just 1 hour long track. So to summarize my answer to Jason's question from last week, if I could only listen to one album forever, it would be Man in the Moon by Kid Cudi. And now it is my turn to ask all of you a question, and it's something that I kind of touched on in my very first video, the My Music and My Voice, where we just talked about what music meant to us. And I want to know what all of your favorite genres of music are and how that genre can change depending on what you're doing or what your current mood is in. So in my Voice and My Music video, I touched on how if I'm going to the gym or if I'm going to go out to party on a weekend, that I'm going to want to listen to upbeat, high energy songs to get me in the mood for that occasion. If it is a Sunday afternoon and I'm just relaxing and trying to chill, it might be something more of like a tropical house vibe. And then if maybe I'm in a bad mood and I just want to relax and zone out, I would listen to something like The Man in the Moon by Kid Cudi. So I look forward to seeing what all of your guys' answers are, and you guys have a good rest of your 4th of July.